Well, hello you guys. Welcome back to this channel. My name is Avi, and I got something for you today. I recently recorded my last composition called Suddenly Sustained. The link should appear somewhere around here. I dialed in some nice clean tone in order to record this song, and I'd like to share with you guys today the way I did it so that you can grab some ideas from it and dial in your own. So before we start, I'd like to share with you guys some information. First, about the gear I use. I use this PRS Custom 24 CE, which basically means that it has a bolt-on neck. I also use the Positive Grid Spark40 amp, which is going to help me dial in all the amplifiers and pedals that I need. And I'm recording with a PreSonus Studio One DAW. I'm not going to go over this last section in this video because I'm mainly going to focus on the tone of the guitar and the amp. Second, I know that I'm going to use a fully digital amp, but I'm going to use a concept that comes from lamp amplifiers, is that amplifiers have a sweet spot that you have to find and where the amp is going to shine. So this is the more or less the idea that I'm going to use in order to find the tone that I want to. Third, I have an idea, okay? An idea for a tone. This is going to be my target. My starting point is going to be my gear. So the guitar, the amp. And the way I'm going to set up all this gear is what is going to help me to go from the starting point to the target. Now, my target is to have some sort of almost an acoustic sound. So I know that I'm using an electric guitar with an electric amplifier, but still, I would like to have some sort of a natural organic sound where you're going to hear the clacking strings. This is what I have in mind for this tune. Also a bit shiny, a bit bright, which is a bit also electric. Also, a very important idea is that I'm not going to target for a single sound. I'm rather going to target for a family of sounds. So the gear, the amp and the pedals are pretty much going to have like one setup and that's it, but I'm going to use all the possibilities that my guitar offers me with the various pickups configuration and the volume and tone control. One last information that might be of relevance for you is that my place, my background and low light seems to be like nice and quiet and really organized, but with my kids it's actually a mess. So let's dive in. Let's start. First thing, you got to make sure that your guitar is in tune the way you're going to play in your song, because this is going to change your tone. So here I tune my low string to drop D. Next, I make sure that all my tone pots are up to 10, and I'm going to use the neck pickup to start dialing my tone. Second, I'm going to turn off all the pedals of the pedal board so that, I can only focus on the amp sound and on the guitar sound. At this point, I'm ready to select the amp. So I already spotted this Fishboy amp. I'm targeting for a very natural, very organic sound, something that has almost an acoustic quality to it. At the same time, I'm going to leverage the fact that I'm using an electric guitar. So I think that amp really fits my need at this point. Really nice. Here, I'm going to drop the bass because I'm going to use the fact that I use my guitar with a drop D on the low string. And I also want to have a clacking sound on the middle strings and on the higher strings. So I need to bring down the bass to do this. Bring up the mids a little and bring up the trebles, definitely a good bit. So now the sound is a lot more shallow. So that brings up the middle and higher strings to give that clacking sound. So at this point, I'm happy with what I have. I'm going to work on the bass now. Now you can hear that bringing up the volume a little bit brought up the basses, but I'm not there yet. Bring up the volume and bring up the gain. There you go. The bass I brought up now, and there's also a nice effect of bringing up the gain and the volume is that you can hear the harmonics that are played under my muting left hand. So here it comes. I'm going to start tweaking the volume and the control and the tone pots of my guitar. Now I'm done with the amp. I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to start engaging the booster pedal. This is definitely going to lift the basses, tweaking the tone pot. Engaging the compressor. So let's sum up at this point. I brought the basses completely down on the amp and I lifted the trebles in the mid so that I can get this clacking sound. Next, I boosted the gain and the volume of the amp so that I could lift the basses. Also, the booster pedal helped me lift the basses even more and also the global volume of the guitar. Now I can tweak with the tone and the volume pots to get this sound I want. And by doing this, I'm evening everything so that I don't have too much dynamic between the trebles and the basses. And I'm going to even things even more with the compressor pedal. We're getting there. I'm definitely happy with what I have at this point. Now I have the solid part of my sound. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to give it some colors. I start by the reverb. Remember that I'm looking for an organic, natural sound that has almost an acoustic quality to it. So that room studio reverb really made it. And I didn't even have to tweak, the pedal. The factory setup made it for me. You could almost hear as if I was in a room, as if there was a mic in front of my head. Just to have a little fun here, I'm going to go through all the reverbs so that you guys can see what I was looking for. Nope. Nope. Yes, but no. No! No. No! Could have made it, but I thought this one had more depth to it. The Room Studio B had a little bit more depth to it, and I like the Room Studio A because it really sounded as if, there was just the amp and the mic in a studio room, and that was really great. Now that I have a nice sound with the reverb, I'm going to kick in some delay. I really like this delay, digital delay. Really sounds cool. Okay, way too strong. Kick it down a little bit. Lower delay and lower feedback. Definitely better. I really love those down, and this is why I get in the delay, because this is going to pop with the delay. That sound, bow. Okay, so now that I have my first guitar, I'm going to target for the second guitar sound. Now, this is my strategy. I want the first guitar to be sort of the stronger guitar, more central guitar with a round sound, a plain sound. And the second guitar is going to be sort of a side guitar, but with more effect. So it's going to be lower, it's going to be more on the side, but so it has to have something interesting, more to bring to the first guitar. For this, I'm going to kick in both pickups position with a coil split that the beautiful PRS guitar allows you to have. I love this coil split, and I'm going to bring in some effect also. So that's the sound of the guitar and the setup with just the both pickups position with a coil split. As you can hear at this point, it sounds really shallow and really bright, almost brittle. I don't like this sound too much. So here's the strategy. I'm going to bring in some chorus in order to introduce some sort of effect. I want to have a modulation of the sound. And at the same time, I want to have something that is going to even the sound a little bit and don't have that brightness in the trebles. Way too much. Bring it down. Way too much. Way too much. Turn it down. Turn it down, boy. Turn it down. Now you can hear that the chorus introduced some sort of modulation that at the same time it brought some convolution, you know, modulation effect, a timely effect that is going to modulate the sound. And it sort of evened the high strings with the low strings so that it's not as bright as it was, and at the same time it's still really shiny. At this point, I'm really happy with both sounds that I have, both guitars. One guitar is going to be the major one with very round sound and at the same time bright and clacking in the mids and the trebles. And the second guitar, brighter with an effect, is going to be lower and on the side. Both guitars are going to be answering each other. Let's go back over the two sounds. That was guitar one. Even with this second guitar, when the accent is rather put on the mids and the trebles, you can still hear the bass quite well. This is really cool. Okay, you guys, so there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, eat, drink, sleep, do whatever you need to do. And until next time, be safe.